As a mentalist, here are 3 items that I carry every single day that are not performance props. First up is a small torch or pocket-friendly flashlight. Now, the main thing this gets used for is when I'm performing, it lives in my pocket, and then if any of my props or items end up on the floor, usually because a participant has dropped them, then I can just take this out, shine it down, it turns night into day, and I can find what it is that I'm looking for. The same goes for if a participant drops something that belongs to them. It just looks so sleek and so professional if you can pull out something like this, shine it down and help them find what they dropped. Or if you're at a gig and you need to find something in your bag or your close-up case and you're off to the side or in a dark corner somewhere, again, having something like this will absolutely save the day. Now you might be thinking, well, why not just use the torch that's on your phone? Well, having a designated tool such as this, it just does look so much more professional and so much more prepared. You know, there's a reason why when you go to a theater, they show you to your seat with a torch rather than using their phone, because that is the tool for the role, that is the tool for the job. And if you are carrying a designated tool such as this, the message it sends is, oh, this is somebody who's experienced, this is somebody who's professional and been in these kinds of situations before. It just looks so much nicer than just pulling out your phone, putting the flashlight on and searching for it. And these are also so much brighter than your phone is as well. In case you're interested, this is the Rovivon Aurora A1. I'd also recommend checking out the Olight i3T, which is a little bit taller than this, or the Olight i1R, which is a little bit smaller than this. Next up, and I'd only recommend this if you are 18 or over, is a small pocket knife. Again, you have to make sure that this is tiny, the smaller the better. Make sure it doesn't look intimidating, and make sure, most importantly, that it's legal to carry in your country or area. And you wouldn't keep this in your pocket either. This would be something that lives in your bag along with everything else. The main thing I use mine for is for putting slits in envelopes or for opening the sealed down sides of envelopes if I'm going to make a gimmicked envelope. I can also mark cards with this as well, so playing cards, tarot cards, ESP cards. Just by scratching some of the ink away in the back design, you can make your own marking. So if you open a fresh deck of cards and you want them to have a one-way marking system on the back, you can just scratch the top corner of every card in the deck and then the deck is ready to go. Or you could do that with just an entire suit or the 4 aces, or even just a key card so that you can see it in a spread. Such a useful tool, and if it's high quality steel like this one, this is the Felkniven LTC, which just stands for legal to carry. The steel is high quality, so I can scratch coins with this as well and mark the edges of coins. Or if you're working with rope or threads or strings, having something to actually cut it with is so much more useful than trying to gnaw through it or rip it with your hands. And here's a fun fact, just while we're on the subject. Back in the old sort of card shark gambling days, pocket knives were used as shiners. So the blade itself would be shiny. They would open the knife halfway and hold it down by the sides, and then they'd hold the blade against the edge of the table, and they'd stand up to just adjust their chair for a second and use their belt buckle to bump the knife into the table, so then it would stick out. And now they have a mirror, a shiner right there, so as they're dealing cards, they can get a peek at what the card is in the reflection in the blade. Not something I'd recommend, but just something fun to know. A great alternative to the pocket knife is a multi-tool. Again, make sure it's non-threatening, don't let anyone see you use it, make sure it's legal to carry in your area. But this one right here has scissors on it, pliers, screwdrivers, and a couple of other things. These are all really useful tools for me and the props and things that I take with me to gigs. So I'd recommend looking at what you take with you to your gigs and try and decide, okay, what would be the ideal tools to use here if something was to go wrong, or if something was to get stuck or not open, or if I needed to cut this or scratch that or mark this, what would I need to take with me? And then that will help you decide. One important thing for me to mention is, depending on where you have been hired or booked to perform, they might be a little bit funny with you about taking items like this into the venue. So make sure they stay in your bag, make sure they stay with your other tools, and just be absolutely honest if you are ever stopped and questioned and asked about it. Why do you have this? Why do you have that? What's that for? Just tell them, be truthful, and everything will be fine. Because it's different. You have been hired to be there. It is a tool of your trade. It's not like you're just turning up to a bar and there's a knife in your pocket. Don't do that. And finally, a small portable power bank. This one just sticks to the back of my phone. It doesn't charge my phone 100%, but I don't need it to. It just needs to be tiny, because if this was big and bulky with wires, I wouldn't end up taking it with me. The main reason I'd recommend taking a power bank to gigs is you might be actually performing with your phone all throughout the gig, and then when you leave and it's time to go home, you want to make sure your phone has enough power in it to survive the journey until you get home. So something like this that's small and doesn't take up any space is perfect, because like I say, it won't charge your phone to 100%, but it'll make sure your phone doesn't die before you get home. Then find yourself a small pouch pouch or a pencil case to keep everything in, and then it becomes a designated toolkit that you can throw in your pocket or throw in your bag, and you will always be prepared for whatever the night throws at you. And if you like this, then let us know in the comments and I will share some more things that I take with me to gigs.